So now we work with the functions. So in the morning session, we define a simple function and will be execute that function in multiple ways, right? So here we have a one program, example program. We have a function. The function contains one parameter and return the respective varchar. Okay, here I am applying some simple condition. What is the condition means? If mode of a comma 2, mode of a comma 2 equal to 0, but here it is a is a parameter. A is a parameter. So based on that value we can pass. If it is equal to 0, then it is display the even number. If it is equal to 1, it is display the odd number. Means even number and odd number both will be going to return as a return function. Okay. Then here how we can go to do that? Very simple example. Create or replace, okay, function, the function name, and if I pass a parameter is a, okay, is, sorry, here you can specify return varchar 2 is. Now we can begin, okay, we can directly begin. Then here we can go to write the condition, means if mode of a comma 2 equal to 0, if it is equal to 0, then will be written a message, which message you want to expect? Return. Then here it is a even number, directly we are going to display that, okay. Else, then else it is a odd number, okay, automatically it is odd number, then return odd number, and finally we close the end if and end the program. And function name, create or replace function name. Now let us check it. Function is created. Now I want to execute this function. Okay. Basically in real life we are always execute the function from select statement. Okay. Regularly we are using select statement. Select statement is a compatible method. Then always we can go to execute this function while pass the parameter. Okay. Then here now I am going to pass function. Here I am giving 10. Function with parameter real. It is even number 10 comma 2, display the 0, it is equal to the 0, right? Again I am going to execute the function 11, automatically it shows as autumn. Okay, but here I have a function, the function contains a logic contains a return message. Suppose say example we want to display addition of two numbers values. Then how we can do that? While using function also I want to develop a program which is used to addition of two numbers. Then here create or replace function name. So how many parameters we need to require? 3 parameters, right? that 3 parameters we want to specify, right? But here I don't want to choose any 3 parameters. That parameters I can directly define as a variables. Okay, final result only I want to see that. Final result only I want to see that. I don't want to pass any parameter. I don't want to pass any parameter, but when we are going to execute the function is written a value. Function is written a value. Here I am going to like this. Return number is, here we define the variables. Okay, A is a number of 5. Then here we want to pass a parameter. Suppose here I am going to define as a number A equal to 10. Default I am going to pass it. Let it be, we can check it how many ways are that. The next, B equal to number of, again 5. Here I am going to specify 100. Okay. Then next I am going to specify it is a number. It is also 5. But here I don't want to specify anything. Okay. Now we can start the program. Begin. In that begin, here I am going to assign that value. Okay. A plus B. That both A plus B value will be keep in our C. Then now return C. Return C and end the program. Function is created. Now I want to execute this function. Select F1 from real. Observe this one, just I am using a simple logic, right? Then based on that it is getting the value. Suppose here defaultly we assign the values. Defaultly we assign the values in our function. That values I want to pass as the inputs. That values I want to pass as the inputs. At the time we need to require as a parameter. Okay. Then here create a replace function name. Then what are the parameters? A is a number, B is a number. Okay. Then return number is. Then again we define as a how many variables? Only one variable is enough for that. Then here we can choose that one. C has a number. Now we define the begin. Okay. Here we can specify C assign A plus B. Okay. Then will be return C. What is that? Okay. Function is created. Now I want to execute this function. F1 we are giving 10, 20. Right? Suppose in the same function, okay, in the same function I am using the print message. I want to use the DPMS package in this function. Have you used or not? Then observe this one. This is the function, right? In this function I am using return statement, right? Then here I am using return statement as well as this message also. Return also return the value. This message also return a value. Function is created or not? Now we are check it. 1 comma 5 from there. Then here observe this one. This is our function value and also it is written DBMS package. Okay, fine. Now, sorry. In my function, I can remove that return statement without using DBMS output. Have you executed the function or not? Without using DBMS output, have you executed or not? Then without return statement, let it be check it. Function is created. Now I want to execute the function. I want to execute the function. Let it be check it. Have fun. It's a pure cross question. Without writing a return statement, have you created the function or not? No. So maximum we said no. Right? Have we created or not? I created, right? My question is also that is, without writing a return statement in my function, have we created a function or not? But we said function should return at least one value. Yes, without writing a return statement, we can create a function, but we cannot execute the function. Now also same thing, right? We created without having return statement, but we cannot execute the function. We cannot execute the function. That is the very important. Even the DBMS output is there, but it doesn't work here. Clearly observe that one. What is the error we are getting? Function returned without a value. Without a value, function does not return. That is the reason. Clear? All of you. Suppose in the same program, hello. What exactly we said? Function return at least one value. Then now I can write it return. Just I write a return. I didn't say to the function which value you return. Just I write a return. Just I write a return statement. Okay. And let it be. You can remove this one. It is no need to use for us. Just we write a return statement. Function return created with compilation error. Function created but with compilation error. We cannot compile the function. So every subprogram is having the one-time compilation at a time. When we are create the function, system defaultly compiled once. Okay. Here observe what is the meaning of that. Function created. If you go to check in our database tables, the function is going to show us function created, but it doesn't compile. Why? Because but we write a return statement also. We write a return statement, but still the function does not activate it. Function is invalid. The function is there, but the statement status is invalid status. Okay. So what? Because whenever we can use the function, return statement, return in our function, you should return at least one value. That is the function rule. You should use the return at least one value. That is the function rule. Okay. Return I want to see. I want to return C. Let us check it. Now function is created. Suppose say example, I am going to write return. Okay, I am going to write one more return statement here. D it is a number of 5. Okay, then D A minus B. How many logics? 2 logics. Then let us check it. Return C and return D. Return C and return D. Both logics we are using same values, same parameters A and B. Let us check it. Function is created. Now I execute the function. F1 of 10, 20 from real. If you write 100 return statements in a function always consider first value. Function does not go to the next value. Why? Because what is the reason? Function always return only one value. That is the rule actually. So that is the reason the people is going to specify the return. Suppose I want to return multiple values. I want to return multiple values. We don't have any option. We have only one option, that is called as the out parameter. That is called as a out parameter. So already we discussed out parameter, right? While using out parameter, we can possibly to return multiple values. Are you clear on this, all of you? What are the rules and regulations are there for this function? Okay. Then here if you want to return more number of values from function, we are using out parameter. Suppose say example here, DEPT number, D name, DEPT number, D name and location, and here return varchar. But we are going to return only one. But in this point of time, at the time of select statement, here I have a select statement, D name and location into. Same, what is the logic we are going to use in our procedure? Same logic I am going to use here. But here we return D name. We return D name, but here observe this one. Where we specify. Yeah. So we can go to use this one. Now we are going to return only D name, but we are not return the location. Let me check it. We develop a simple program. Create or replace function name. Okay. So I am passing only one value and I will be return the multiple values. I want to expect the multiple return values. Here my function I want to pass employee number. I want to pass employee number as a parameter. Then next e name. So it is a out parameter. It is a out parameter, and then next their job. It is also out parameter or can. Okay. Then next return varchar 2 is. Okay. Here we can write it. Begin. Now we can go to write it. Select emp number comma e name comma job into e name. Better to here we can give b name and b job. B name comma p job from emp, where emp number equal to employee number. Defaultly system consider as a in parameter. Okay, that. Now we can specify the return. Okay, here name comma p job, let it be here. We can check it with one function, sorry, one return statement. Okay, then next end. What happened here? The function is created. Now I want to execute the function f17900 from DL. Here it is not working. Why? Because the employee number is available in EMP number. Wrong number of types arguments. Yes, the respected function having how many parameters? 3 parameters. 3 parameters. One is the in parameter, another one is the out parameter, right? Then here, okay, 1 second. What is the logic we want to use here? Yeah. Select, suppose, say example, I am going to pass this way. Function from EMP. Here also it is not working because of EMP does not use while execute the function. Whenever we execute the function, always we can use the DL table only. But here, when I am going to execute this one, here I want to pass only in parameter. We are expecting the out parameter, but here it is not working. Then what we do? First of all, we define as a variables. Session variables. Let it be, check it. And here variable. Whenever we have a out parameter in our procedure or function, we can go for the variables only. Okay, session variables, post variables. Then here I choose the number. It is a number. What is that? Second parameter. The first ename. Ename is a varchar 2, right? 2 of 10. Sorry. 2 of 10. It is a variable. Again, variable b. It is also varchar 2 of 10. So now I have 2 variables. Okay. These 2 variables we can execute in our function. Select function 7902. Then will be specify A and B from here. Here what happened? The function has out arguments. Both are the out arguments, but here it is not working. Here it is not working. Let us check it here. What happened here? Then it will be clear. Okay. The function way of execution, the function which is having the out parameters, we can go for the, this is the way. First we need to define one more variable for execution of the function. So here already we have 2 variables, right? These are the 2 variables, and also I want to, for execution purpose, I want to define one more variable. Okay, then variable, suppose 1 second, it is giving confusion. First I define variable A. Variable, it is a varchar 2 of 10. Variable B, it is also varchar 2 of 10. Again I want to define one more variable, varchar2 of type. So right now I have three variables. Three are the session variables. Now I want to execute our function. Okay. So first here we call that variable and will be assign the value into our function. What is our function name? Function. And what is the value? 7902. This is the employee number. Okay, that is the in parameter. Then out parameter will become from B or C. Then in B will be find out the employee name. In C will be find out the job. Then next will be close that and execute that. Now we are going to print B comma C. So what is that? Yes, we are giving only name. All right. Done. Print B. No. Why it is come? Print B. Print C. Yes. If you want to return here, now my function is written how many values?
One value.
E name and job. Then that is the reason here. But here, how many times I executed? Only one time. At the time here the value is stored B and C. Then here what exactly? I am going to see the output of value, output of that function. Print B it is going to return. Sorry, it is showing name and print C is showing job. Here in at the time of print execution, I don't want to execute my function, right? So where exactly we execute the function? Here we execute the function. That value will be C while using the print option only. Right? Suppose you cannot write the return statement in the function. What happened? Suppose say example, what is our program? Then let us. This is our program, right? Create or replace function name. What is the parameters? EMP number. It is a number. E name. Okay. Done. E number. It is a it is a out parameter. Varchar2. Job. It is also out parameter. Then now we are going to write a return. Return. What is that? We can specify to varchar2 and is. Now we can write it begin. Select. What we do? E name comma job into P name comma P job from EMP where EMP number equal to E number. This is the condition. Okay. Here now I am going to write this way: return P name, okay, comma P job. Have you executed that? The system does not accept it here. Why? Because the function is having only one return value. One return value. Then here show error. Okay, the same output now I am going to specify like that. Now the function is created. The function is created, but the function is written how many values? Two values. Because we have two parameters, two out parameters. But defaultly the function is required only one. Suppose if you want to return multiple return statement, return E name, return job. Is it working? Always it is executed only once. If in case your function is required multiple return statement, we don't have any option, we can go for the out parameters. Then at the time of function executing, it is written two values, but where it is keep in session variables. Now I want to execute it. Now just I created, I didn't execute that function. Now I want to execute it, let it be check it. So how we executed? First we need to define the variables. First we want to define the variables. Already variables are there. Begin. This is the session variable. We want to execute function 7369. This is the B and C. Okay, and end. The function is executed and get the value. Now I want to, here I executed the function. Now I want to see the function values, means the function return values. So here, suppose now I am using print B. It is a E name, employee name, right? Again I want to see, but we cannot possible to see both values at a time. Okay, here I didn't execute it. I executed already, just I want to see the output of that function. How many values are there in function? All values will be called. Yeah, that is the reason. So without writing return statement, the function does not execute it. Suppose, say example, your doubt is the function is have a return statement. Okay, then here I don't want to write a return statement. What happened? Have we created the function or not? Function is created, right? Now I want to execute the same condition here. What happened? Whenever without writing the return statement, the function is created, but the function does not execute it. But how many values we can possible to return? Only one value. Whatever it may be. In function, how many values are there? That all functions we can go to choose only one value, default. Without writing return statement, we can possible to execute the function. That is the reason definitely we want to write a return statement. Okay, if you write the return statement, we cannot possible to return multiple values. We cannot possible to return multiple values. So for that purpose, at least we can return one value, but at the time of function execution, we can return multiple values.
Multiple classes, each and every time, every variable to specify is
definitely. This is the way only. We don't have any another thing. If you want to return multiple values from the function, we can go for out parameter. We can go for out parameter. We don't have any option to get the multiple return values from the function. Are we clear on that? Then here next we have a simple program. Observe this one. This is my program. Write a PLSQL stored procedure for passing employee number as a parameter and return gross salary from employee table based on the following conditions. Based on the following conditions. Finally, I want to expect the which value? Gross salary. So this is the gross salary. Okay. Here these are the conditions. These are the conditions. So observe this one. So first we need to define the all variables. Okay. Then we want to pass the parameter is employee number. So we want to define this all variables and get the salary from employee table. Means employee table, and will be moved into the V salary. Based on that HRA, the HR will be applicable for what happened? V salary into percentage 0.1 means 10 by 100. Right? So for every valuation we are going to find out. Finally, we are going to find out the gross salary. That gross salary will be returned from the function. Suppose finally you cannot write this one. What happened? The function is created, but it is not executed. It is not executed. The same program I am going to write here. So max, for calculation purpose we can go for functions. Okay. For retrieval purpose we can go for procedures. If you want to retrieve the data or whatever, if you go for return, but the function means for calculations. We can go to calculate the value and get the proper value, then we can go for function. Okay. Then here, now I am going to create a function, create or replace function. There are a lot of programs are there. Okay. What are the programs we have? What are the thoughts you have in your mind? That all will be implemented in the function. Okay. Create or replace function. Function name. I want to pass e number as a parameter. Okay. Then return. Finally, I am return the number only because of gross. I am expecting the gross salary of that employee. Then next is we can write the begin. Okay. So before going to write the begin, first of all we want to define the variables. So we want to, based on that salary only, we can go to finalize the gross salary. Okay. That is the reason first we define the salary variable. V salary is a number. Okay. And now let us observe this one. Begin select sal into V sal from EMP, where EMP number equal to E number. Okay. That. Now it is fine. Okay. Now I want to calculate the HRA. What is the HRA calculation here? 10% of salary. Okay. Then here HRA 10%. Where the salary is there? Visa into 0.1. Here, have you find out the HRA in our employee table? The HRA doesn't define here, right? Now what we do? We define the one variable for HRA. It is a number. Right? The next, what we do? HRA is completed, then DA, right? DA, how much value? How much percentage? V sal into 0.2. Then next, we want to define the variable. Then next, PF. Then PF also, how much? Okay, 10%. Then again we can go for 0.1. And we need to define the variable. So this is the actual way. As per the requirement of our variables, we can go to define in our declaration block. Okay. At the time of starting point, we don't want to decide to define the all variables. At the time of implement the logic, we are going to define the variables. Because of we don't know how many variables are required, how many variables does not require. As per the program logic implemented, we are going to define the variables one by one in declaration block. Okay. Then next, finally, gross. So gross is also need to require one more variable. So gross, then come to gross. So here HRA plus DA plus PF plus VSAL. That is the line, right? Salary plus all things. Total will be found out the gross. Finally, we return gross and end the program. Okay. Now let us check it. Function is created. Now I want to execute the function F1 7900 from there. So what is the employee where employee number equal to 7900. What is the salary? 1950. So 1950 and HRA 10% means 195. 1950 plus 195. How much? 195. Okay. 1950 yes plus 195 plus 20% means 195 plus 195 how much? 390. 390 or 195 195 390 195 195 390 sir. Then 390 plus then again 195 yeah plus 195 2730. Okay, so in this manner we are working with this function. All of you clear? Okay, so very simple, but we want to understand how the functions is going to working. Okay, so here I write it as so many programs. I define only few programs, that few programs also working properly. Here observe this one. Write a PLSQL stored procedure for passing employee number date as a parameter. Return number of years the employee is working based on date from employee table. Okay, here we have a proper condition. This is the condition. By into 12, that value will be written by A. That value will be going to getting our final result. Okay. Then here same annual salary. Same thing. If the person is having below 2 lakhs, the tax deduction is 0%. If the person is having 2 lakhs to annual salary, 2 lakhs to 5 lakhs, then the person is paid the 10% of tax. If the person is getting the salary, annual salary 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, the person is paid the 20% of the tax. So for that purpose also finally we are going to calculate the tax, return tax. Return tax. We want to find out the tax, how much amount the person want to pay the tax to government. Same logic. Earlier, which is the program we are using the logic, same logic will be implemented here. But here, what exactly? We are going to apply the some condition, if conditions. Right? So in this scenario, we are working with these functions. Then next, tomorrow class will be continuing with the packages. And here, yeah, let it be, I will show you some examples, some differences between procedure and function. So I want to create a one procedure. Already I show you the function rules and regulations. Without writing a written statement, the function is created, but function does not execute it. If you want to return multiple return values from the function, we can go for out parable. Okay. And if you specify the return only, we are getting the error. If you specify only return without writing value, we are getting a error. Function is created, but error is there. Okay. Then now we show you create or replace procedure. So already I told you the procedure may or may not return a value. Okay. How the procedure is going to say like may or may not return a value here. Procedure 1. Here I don't want to write anything, just I am going to execute the procedure is create or replace procedure name begin. Okay, then here I define some variable, only one variable, it is a number of 5, right? Then here I can specify the some message on this one. I want to calculate it. 10 plus 20. That value will be keep in our A value, means A variable, right? Then here, basically how we are going to print that value? While using DBMS, right? Then we are going to write it to DBMS output dot put line and will be write it and end. Let us check it whether the procedure is created or not. Yes, absolutely the procedure is created, but how we execute that procedure? Then P1 execute P1, it is written a value. Okay, now I want to write a return statement. Okay, then return statement. Return, I am going to like this one, return A as per our function rule. Then what happens? Procedure is created but with compilation error is there. What is the error? In procedure, return statement cannot contain an expression. But what I said, procedure may or may not return a value. But why it is not getting the value? In procedure, we can write a return statement, but we cannot write an expression. What is that? It is accepted the return statement, but it does not accept the expression. That here, let it be, check it. You can write it, but here, if you execute that, working, everything is there. But what is the use of that return statement here? No need to use. No need to use. If you want to return a value from the program, definitely we can choose which one? If you want to return a value from the program, return a value based on the logic, which is the subprogram we can choose, either procedure or function. Function only return a value, right? Here the function is, the procedure is return a value. So always the function only return a value. So why we are say that procedure may or may not return a value? Then here I write a return statement, right? May or may not. If you want to write it, you can write it. Here no need to use. But in function, definitely it is used. Definitely the function return at least one value. Clear? All of you. So interview point of they are asking this question. So have you used the return statement in procedure or not? Absolutely. We can write it in return statement, but we cannot write the expression. Expression means value. That is this is error. Find it. Right? So in this way we are working with that procedure and function. So can you let me know how many ways we are possible to execute the function? 4 ways. In procedure, 3 ways. That is very important. And suppose in my function I am writing multiple return statement. Is there any problem? No problem. We don't get any problem, but function always consider first return value. Suppose without writing return statement, the function is created or not? Yes. Function absolutely created, but function does not execute it. All of you clear? So these are the points you can express at the time of interview. Okay, these are the major difference between function and procedure. Okay, procedure always display the for our. It is not logical. We are going to our DML operations. If you want to do the any calculation, then we can go for function.